Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between rolling hills and lush forest, there lived a young boy named Akin. Akin was known far and wide for his kind heart and gentle spirit, but he was also known as Akin the poor boy because his family had very little to call their own. Despite their poverty, Akin's family lived happily, finding joy in the simple things of life. They would gather around the fire in the evenings, sharing stories and laughter, their hearts rich with love and warmth. One day, news arrived in the village of a great contest being held by the king. It was said that the king was seeking the most skilled craftsmen in the land to create a magnificent sculpture for the royal palace, and the reward for the winner would be a grand sum of gold. Excitement buzzed through the village as artisans and craftsmen from near and far set out to showcase their talents. Akin watched with wide eyes as the villagers eagerly prepared their entries, each more elaborate than the last. Feeling a tug at his heart, Akin decided to try his hand at the contest, despite having no training or experience in crafting. With determination shining in his eyes, he gathered bits of clay and wood from the forest, fashioning them into a simple but heartfelt sculpture. When the day of the contest arrived, the villagers marveled at the intricate creations on display, each one vying for the king's favor. But as the judges made their rounds, they paused in front of Akin's humble sculpture, curious about the work of the poor boy. Akin stood nervously beside his creation as the judges examined it closely. To his surprise and delight, they were moved by the sincerity and purity of his artwork. They declared Akin the winner of the contest, much to the astonishment of the villagers. The king himself was impressed by Akin's creation and the story behind it. He praised Akin for his creativity and awarded him not only the promised gold but also a position in the royal court, where his talent and kindness would be cherished and celebrated. From that day on, Akin's name was no longer whispered as the poor boy, but rather as Akin the gifted artisan. And though he walked among kings and nobles, his heart remained as humble and pure as ever, a reminder to all that true wealth lies not in material possessions, but in the richness of one's spirit.